Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly focus for the week of July the 22nd. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Let's turn right to the cards, Scorpio, and find out what they have to reveal to us for the week. There's been some intense readings, so let's see what the cards have to say for you. Our underlying energy is, look at this, the Six of Cups. This card is really representing to me, as I go through the readings, shadow work. Okay, understanding where you're putting tripwires into place yourself, subconsciously, unknowingly, based on things that you were taught, told, reformed to as you walked your path to this point in time. Understanding that where you want to go, you can go. What you want to create, what you want to invent, what you want to aspire to. That it has been awaiting your presence this whole time. That the only limitations that are in place right now are the ones that you are allowing to be in place. So spend some time in meditation, take a walk through the woods, get out in nature or along a bed of water. If there's waves, let those waves match your footsteps, match your breathing, match your heart. And go within and start to dig within to understand some things. Shadow work is really, we want to look at the things that we don't want anybody to know about us. Okay. Our little quirks and the little things that we do in order for us to, be who we are. So why do we walk in a room and always stand in the corner, away from everybody else? Why aren't we infusing ourselves in that moment? Or why do we have to be 5 minutes early? Exactly 5 minutes early, not, 2 minutes late or 10 minutes early, 5 minutes early. Why are we always doing that? What formed that habit in our life? Because except for breathing and our heart beating, there wasn't many habits when we came into this world. Okay, we were all taught our habits, our behaviors. So I think that could be part of it here, is looking at those tripwires, doing a little bit of shadow work. But I don't, that's just a part of the puzzle, really, but that is the underlying energy. So give yourself, 20 minutes a couple of times this week to just sit in a room, turn off the phone, turn off the TV, turn off the computer, sit in quiet contemplation. If it's dark out, just turn off the lights to decrease the distractions in the room. And if it's a daytime, then close your eyes to block out those distractions. And just go within and see what appears to you, on what stops you, what limits you, what holds you back from where you are trying to go and what you are trying to accomplish. Our first card is the Eight of Cups. Well, this could be a fear, an anxiety on its own, because this is where we need to let go of something in order to move forward into something. And it's things that we've become comfortable with. It's the way we just do things. We don't think about it. Part of your routine for work is that drive-through. But you need maybe $100 extra in order to cover that workshop you want to attend, or put it towards that new car you're trying to buy, or saving for a home, or whatever it might be, where you might need some extra money, an influx of money to come into your life. Going through the drive-through costs you more than making it at home. So maybe we have to change things up, and that means we have to give ourselves 15 minutes extra time. So now we're giving away a little bit more of our time, but in order to have more money. So we're trying to find the balance there of what works and what doesn't. But it doesn't mean that we have banned it from our lives, but rather we are changing the priority of how we do things in our life, how we go about our days, how we go about our routines. It could be where you have a job offer, but you would have to move across town, and you love this little apartment you just found, and you don't want to give it up for nothing, and you just got it, everything just the way you wanted it. And now Oh, to pack up and move. I don't know about that. So this kind of energy. I've gained some friends here in the neighborhood, and it's a nice place to live. And you start to, and so you barter away, maybe taking that job because you know what, the travel time is just too much. I'm going to be giving up too much time now in order to take that job, even though it allows me to be creative and express my inner creativity, my flair in a way that I want to going forward. So that's our first card. So it will be probably a primary thing that moves through our week with us, where we are seeing where the obstacles really are, what we are comfortable, what we are used to, and we need to look at our routines or our home life or maybe even our work life in a different way in order to make things work in a new way going forward. Remember, okay, if you know and not do, it's the same as not knowing. So knowing that you could have a better job and saying, well, now I'm too comfortable here to move, or you want to lose that weight, but you're not giving up the chocolate cake for dessert every night because you love chocolate cake and you are going to have chocolate cake every night after dinner until the day you're not able to eat it anymore and you know that if you just gave up that chocolate cake, you'd probably lose all the weight. It's that kind of energy, right? The things that we love, the things we like in our life, they may not be our best choices, but they are our choices and they do bring us some kind of comfort. We have the star card. Yeah, it really is about making the impossible possible. I got that with this. Before I even got to here, I got, yeah, in some way you can rock the universe here this week. You can see or set your sights on something you thought was impossible to step into, that there was no way of going about it, that door would never open for you in a way that you wanted to or invite you in so gracefully. And here you see the potential of stepping into that opportunity, into the unknown, into the unpredictable, taking a risk, taking a chance on yourself, but believing that you've got what it takes, investing in yourself, trusting in yourself, and giving yourself permission along the way. And then we have temperance. So talk about strong energy. This is having more by having less. So maybe it's about removing some of the clutter in your life, or it could even be dramas in your life. Okay. Separating yourself from dramas. Okay. Um, you've already got everything that you need at the present moment, I feel, in order to step into promotions and uh, new scenarios, new opportunities, new adventures. If anything, it's about getting rid of the clutter. It's about simplifying things in your life. It's about making things easier. This isn't a time to overwork or to spend too much time at home. There needs to be a balance and a true balance in order for you to feel grounded on a daily basis. Okay. So if you are planning to go into work for 5 hours, then that's what you're working 5 hours because that is the window. You don't want to, go in for 5 hours, you're there for 8 hours, you're on salary, so you just worked for a cheaper wage than what you negotiated for yourself because you gave them 3 extra hours for free. Or maybe you could take that time off later, but do you take that time off later or do you just keep on working because you want that promotion, you want that raise, you want to wear that hat, you want that rung on the ladder, whatever it might be? Or maybe it's more within a relationship and you're trying to just add things to the relationship to infuse it in some new way and you're just throwing mud at the wall and you're not even paying attention to what's really sticking or not sticking, but something needs to happen here and you're rocking the boat perhaps. And I think in your home, in your family, I think that's where, get rid of the clutter because that follows you throughout your day, regardless of where you are. Maybe when you walk into your house, it's not a nice scenario that you walk into. Maybe that's right where the trash can sits. Why would you want your first experience walking into the house being seen the trash can? And it's probably overflowing because everybody thinks that it's like an endless void. If they just keep pushing it down, it'll all fit eventually. So, So maybe it's like moving the garbage can and putting a table there with a vase of flowers to see when you enter or something. Make your world a little bit more harmonious, a little bit more simplified. I think that will go a long way in, it's little tiny improvements that you can make this week that will have long-term big results for you. Overriding this energy is the Four of Wands. Now, this is the marriage card, the partnership card, and I don't think every Scorpio is getting married this week. It should be headlines if that were to ever happen on the planet, huh? But it's about our partnerships. It's about celebrating the little moments. It's about knowing that you have dreams that are built with yourself, and then there's dreams that are built with your loved ones. And it's about, celebrating the fact that you got rid of the garbage can and you put a table with a vase of flowers on top of it. Celebrate that little tiny improvement that you made. Pat yourself on the back a little bit more, and pat the people in your life that help you move forward, that join you in moving forward in some way. Celebrate together, over a cup of coffee, a glass of water, a bottle of water, a glass of wine, a beer, whatever it might be, a nice dinner, or just give each other a hug and tell each other that you love each other, whatever it might be. Here we've got four wands in the ground, a little bit of garland thrown up there, make it a little fancier. It is not the home, it's not the castle that we see in our minds right now, but we know that we're slowly growing to that place. And it's about celebrating that partnership, that union, and how you are successfully taking it one step at a time for a better tomorrow. Well, let's relate it to the cards too. We know we have to sacrifice within relationships, absolutely. We have to sacrifice in order to do the things we need to do. We can make the impossible possible, and this is the kind of energy that celebrating those little moments actually does to any experience that we have in life. Okay, the more you celebrate the little tiny growth, and it propels you forward. It moves you forward at a much more rapid clip. Okay, so where you thought you wouldn't have the time or the energy or the resources to do it, it seems to just all start to flow. Okay, all start to come together. And making sure, like we didn't hang up a bunch of drapes, that are going to be walls one day, because we'd have to take all those drapes down once we go to build the walls anyways. So it'd just be a wasted effort. So we don't want to overdo things. We want to just do things in moderation, things that make sense, things that are doable at this time. Supporting all this energy is, look at that beautiful energy for your support for the week is the Empress. So your intuition is very strong this week. Absolutely. And this is about giving birth to something. This is about creating something, inventing something. So, I mean, it could be more in the relationship half of this reading, or, but I'm thinking work and career. I mean, look at this. Okay. You have a passion, you have a dream, you have a desire, and you decide to plant some seeds where people said it was impossible to do. And you said, no, I know now how to make it possible in my life. A little bit of that is by clearing house, clearing out distractions, clearing out dramas in your life. I kind of get that, like clearing out dramas, finding the balance, finding the middle ground, or walk away from the experience because you want to turn your focus on you and your path here. Definitely, you want to turn the focus on you and your path here. So this is about getting out in nature, but definitely giving birth to something. It could be the unique self. It could be allowing yourself to you know treat every moment with a sense of flair, a sense of creativity, a sense with inner passion and joy and love. It's infusing yourself into each experience is what I heard. Okay, we come into the week, we've got our sleeves rolled up. We know it'll take hard work. We know it'll take determination. People are watching you. People are taking notes. So if this has to do with love, it could be somebody that is building up their courage to ask you out for a date or a coffee or something like that. It could be about the hard work that goes into the relationship, that showing up every day to make it stronger. It could be about where you want your future work and career, your stature in the community to kind of flow. You know that you need to show up and you need to be consistent, one brushstroke at a time. But people are watching, people are taking notes. So this could bring on a promotion, a raise in pay, a job opportunity arrives, a new adventure that opens up a world of new avenues for you, anywhere really in your life. We're still at that kind of energy. And leaving the week, we have the Ace of Swords. So, all this, okay, now the epiphany actually happens after you realize that you can make the impossible possible. Okay, it's like that's not the epiphany. That's your logical brain going, wait a minute, Scorpio, we can do this. Why are we not doing this? We can do this. That's when you have the epiphany, how to make it grand, how to make it more wonderful, how to grow it into something that is going to maybe be residual income for the rest of your life. I've really never used that in a reading ever. I don't think residual income, but it came in for you. So think about something that you can create today. Plant the seeds of your tomorrow in. Once you get it off the ground, that the paycheck just kind of comes. What talents, what abilities, what can you do in the present moment to make that some kind of reality? And it could just be that you start working for a company that pays you a portion of your pay in stocks, and you leave that in your inheritance, and they've tripled, and then it triples for them, kind of thing. Or you just live off the dividends, things like that, in your retirement, and there's more than enough to not ever touch any of those shares, kind of thing. I mean, it could be something as simple as that, but there's something that you're kind of setting up, or something that's going to, it's something to give you long-term growth, security. Okay, and remember, we want it to be simplified in some way. We don't want to throw a whole bunch into it. It's supposed to be a very simple process and a very simple plan when this is coming out. When we look at work and career, look at that. We have the Two of Pentacles. You're going to be busy at work, okay? So once again, make sure that you're not overworking yourself. Make sure that you're taking time to care for yourself. Make sure you're taking time to spend with family, with friends, with loved ones. Okay, there are opportunities coming in here, and it might be dreams from long ago, and they might be starting to manifest in your life. Something that you thought about like 10 years ago. Wow, I'd love to do that one day. And all of a sudden, you're like, wait a minute, I think I could do that today. I think I could step into that opportunity. There are two ships coming in, so it could be more than one idea that you have on the back burners that you're pulling, or you shelved at one time, you're pulling them out of the box, you're dusting off that top of the box so you can actually get the lid off, and you're looking within your heart, your dynamic soul, and reliving that passion, that dream, that desire, and wanting to bring it out of the box in some way. It was shelved because you thought it was impossible. It was shelved because there was just too much busyness going around for you to even be able to contemplate doing something like that. But something opens up the door here, and I think it really has to do with simplifying in a lot of ways and understanding what kind of seeds that you do want to plant forward. But we definitely have the aha moment, the epiphany. But here we have this incredible, wonderful energy. Now, the thing is, you start to overwork and stuff, you're going to miss the opportunity. Don't worry, they always come around again, maybe not in the same form, but they do come around again for us. But this is a time when we could get distracted. Okay, we could be playing into the drama, we could be playing into the chaos, we could be juggling 1,001 things and not being successful at anything. And we miss the opportunity to ignite that impossibility into a possibility, to ignite that aha moment, that epiphany when the lightning strikes. Love and relationships, we have the Fool. So new beginnings, new starts when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. So you need to put your energy in there. This could be somebody that you've always loved from afar. Maybe you were high school sweethearts and 40 years have passed and you're finding yourself in front of them again, and reigniting that spark from long ago. And you both lived completely happy lives until this point in time, and for whatever reason, you're both open to being able to commit to each other again. the impossible, or you just always thought about them and you never had that relationship before, but you always will be like, you know, just a little bit more giddy or something when they were around, we couldn't be as intelligent as we wanted to sound. So that could definitely happen. It could be somebody from your past coming back, most definitely. This is somebody who will be, if they're coming into your life, a hard worker. Um, yeah, hard worker. Okay, they're always busy doing something, making something better, improving something in some way, preparing the meals for the week ahead so that we have meals for the entire week with little work and effort. But it really strikes new beginnings, and it's about celebrating our relationships, absolutely, and those minutes within our relationships, making everything a new experience, making everything like it's the first time over and over again, like you're living the first day every day for the Tony Robbins. I was going through my oh my gosh, I was going through my old bookshelf that I had a lot of things, and I have something from Tony Robbins, and it was actually, the title was Anthony Robbins. It was that old. He was still going as Anthony instead of Tony, and you know what, it still applies today. He's a remarkable man, but he says that if you treat every day like the first day for the rest of your life, you'll never have a last day when it comes to our relationships. So think about how you used to react to them. You know, put a spark, a new beginning within that relationship. I can see new relationships happening here. Um, and that relationship might ask you to, it could be like overseas or something. They might be a distance relationship, and might be asking you to leave what you already have in your life to go forward and move towns or move locations in some way, across the ocean perhaps, to be closer. That could happen. There could be travel within this relationship, whether or not it's a one in existence or one of one that's around the corner for you. But we have the seeds, and we have this, and we have the new beginnings, and we have this busyness, and we have this in between moment here of the celebration. So I guess it's this week, if we really want to be strong, we really want to be successful, yeah, we want to meditate a little bit, work on our shadow self. That's kind of blatantly clear. We want to show up and give it our best each and every day, because we know people are taking notes. We know that there's new opportunities. We know we need change in our life. We see where we can make the impossible possible. We start clearing out the clutter and the drama in our life, and that's when the aha moment appears. So we need these two in balance, and we're very busy here. We're all about the new opportunities here, so don't over extend in any way. Okay, take care of yourself first. But this is beautiful dynamics for new beginnings and new opportunities to come in, new ways of just of being present in the moment in life, um, and new experiences within the relationships. Absolutely. But I think there has to be this beautiful balance where you come together and you celebrate each other as importantly as you celebrate different other aspects of your life. Okay. So yeah, we can have great, wonderful things happen in career worth celebrating, but we need to celebrate each other and the people that are closest and dearest to us on a regular basis. Absolutely. We'll pull one more card here, and we've got the Two of Cups. So this is new beginnings, new starts, new partnerships. So yes, we may meet somebody new here. They may be a new best friend. They may be a new close coworker, somebody in the community. They could become a spouse. They could walk with us till the end of our path. This is kind of beautiful energy for you this week when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to manifesting your hopes, your dreams, your desires. There's a little bit of yesterday's sense coming into your reading, so don't be surprised if somebody pops into your life from yesterday. Um, if they do, remember why they're not in your life, though. Okay, a little bit of caution there, but I think for the most part, whoever is coming in is going to open up the doors to brand new opportunities and prosperity for you in your life going forward. So yeah, especially work and career, those ships are coming in. So self-awareness is so important right now, and be aware of what's going on in your world. Don't get sucked into those dramas. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.